Hey, welcome my YouTube friends to my 2026 March Madness project where I'm teaching you how to make a folio album in one file folder wonder. So welcome my friends. All right, I do this every year. I normally don't do it for YouTube, but I decided this year I am going to do it for you guys. So I am so excited about showing you how to make these because these file folder wonders are just, I love them. You can put them inside an album. You can make them as a card and send, to your loved one, with a few pics in it, a family note in it. You can make them as Christmas cards, uh, just standalone projects. And I will be doing a box that will hold all of these inside there for you. Okay. You can purchase the tutorial. You get the one file folder wonders. You get the mini album, 2-page or 4-page, and then you get the folio album as well, and the box. And then I am going to be coming up with an album to put these inside there. It may not hold all of them, but at least it will hold at least 6 of them. Okay. I will be teaching you from start to finish how to make these. I am giving you the measurements. I'm only doing 6 of them for you. The other 6 will be inside the tutorial for you. Okay. All right. Who is excited about this? I am. All right. Let's get busy. So you're going to need file folders, a file folder. You're going to need a scoreboard, a cutting tool. You're going to need a ruler, a pencil, bone folder, and some scissors. All right. Let's get to work. All right. I'll get that out of the way. This is what we're making today. So it has a tag, tag, tag. This thing is just full of pockets. And then here, this opens up. This opens up. You have a pocket inside here. Yeah. So that's what we're making today. Okay. I will shove all these back into. And I am using the lavender fields to decorate it. We'll make it and then I will decorate it with you. All right. So you're going to need, oh, I forgot my bottom tab folder. All right. Got it. You can use top, bottom. If you don't have a bottom, guess what? Fold it over the other way and now you have a top one. Okay. And it really doesn't, some of these matters if it's a top or a bottom, but most of the time you can arrange it to where it's right for you. Okay. So here's what we're going to be doing. All right. So that's what we're doing. All right. All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut off 1/4 of an inch from here. Okay. And when I'm referring to a folder, that's the tab side. This is the long tab side. This is your natural fold line of your folder. Okay. So where this starts to round off right here, I'm going to cut that off. And it's about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Then I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to cut it down to 11 inches. Okay. 11 inches. Okay, you can throw those away. All right. So now you need your scoreboard. And we're going to score at 9 inches. Okay, 9 inches from, okay, here's our tab up here at top. We're scoring 9 inches down here at this end. Okay. So I'm going to turn my folder like this and score at 9 inches. Nope, I'm going to put my flat end up there. Okay, we're scoring at 2 inches. All right. Oops, I got off. Scoring at 2 inches. Okay, now you're going to open it up. Sorry, somebody is texting me, probably my son. Now, I put my natural fold line on the 6-inch line. That's why I have, a lot of times I have this darkened line right here on my scoreboard, because that way I know down here I'm still on my 6-inch line. Okay, so from the natural fold line, we're scoring 3 inches. So you're going to score at 9. Okay. 3 inches from the natural fold line, you're scoring at 3 inches. All right. So you can put your scoreboard away. We don't need it no more. Now we're going to get our trimmer back out. And I'm going to trim instead of cut by hand. Because I can't cut a straight line. All right. So on this 2-inch score line, I'm going to cut up to my, where I scored at. Okay. You scored here and here from your natural fold line. I'm cutting here to here. All right. So I put it on here. Make sure I'm in the middle. I'm only scoring up to, or cutting up to that line. Okay. Then I turn it this way. Now I'm cutting on that 3-inch line. Oops, nope. We're going to, here's your fold line right here. Here's what we're doing. Okay, we need a 1/2 inch on each side here to fold over. Okay. So I'm going to put my fold line on my 1/2 inch line and cut that off. So now we have 1/2 inch to fold under. Okay. So now what you're going to do is from this side here, okay, I'm cutting at 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. Just again, up to that fold line. Okay. Cutting that 4.5, cutting that 4.5 just up to this score line. Okay. So let me find my 4.5. And just up to that score line. All right, we'll put those pieces up there. Now we have all this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to taper just to that corner. Okay, you're just cutting out just a little bit right down here. Okay, that we're just reducing the bulk and tension. All right, so now what you're going to do is fold these in. And I'm not going to burnish them yet until I know when I fold this up that it meets your score lines. Okay, here's your score line, here's your score line. Okay, and it does. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish. I'm going to go ahead and fold that up and burnish. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line from this corner to this corner. Okay, here's our folder. Okay, here's where we cut our 4 3/4. Okay, so I'm going up to this corner, down to this corner. Draw you a line. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing over here to this corner. Oops, sorry. Boy, I almost messed up. Okay, from this corner to this corner. All right, so now you should have that. Okay, now what you're going to do, you're going to cut this off. Okay, you're going to do the same thing to this side. Yeah, I hope you will join me during my March Madness, because we got a lot of projects. There's what you should have now. And during these, do not throw any pieces away, because I use every little piece. There's a few of the wonders that, you know, I might throw away just a little itty bitty scrap, but for the most part, I use everything. Okay. Now you're going to get your scoreboard out, and we're going to score. Let's see. From here's your long tab. This was your tab. This is the long tab. Okay. We're going to score at 2 inches. Okay, you're scoring at 2 inches. Now I chose to cut this tab off. Okay. You can leave it there, totally up to you. I'm choosing to cut it off. All right. So here's what we have. Okay, so you're going to fold. Okay, these are going to fold in and burnish. This one's going to fold in and burnish. Okay, now this folds in. And when I fold this in, I want to make sure I've got a straight line. You know, nothing's hanging over up here. Okay, so this one I'm folding in as well. And then fold that under or up, totally up to you. Okay, you can fold it in or you can fold it out. Okay, totally up to you, however you want to do it. Okay, so that. Okay, so now I'm ready to start inking before I start gluing everything. Okay, now I already inked everything, so you wouldn't have to watch me ink. Okay, so everything is still the same, but I've already got everything inked. Oops, I forgot to show you. On Okay, you have two pieces here. Okay, two pieces that was left over. The longer one, okay, the longer one is the one we're going to score. The short one, all I'm doing to it is rounding the top. That's all I'm doing to that piece. The bigger piece, you're going to put it in your scoreboard, and you're going to score it 1/2 inch on each side, and then 1/2 inch on the 2-inch side. We're just forming a pocket. Okay. And then what you do is where we scored, it forms an X. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You're going to cut right through that X. It just reduces the bulk in our album making. So then you're just going to fold and burnish. And when you fold these, they should just meet up. They should not overlap. If they overlap, just kind of recut one of the, and maybe you didn't get, exactly through the middle of the X, but they should just meet up. Okay. They should not overlap. So there's a little pocket. Okay. All right. So I'll get back to the one that I've got already all inked up. I thought it might save time if I'd done it this way. Oh, I didn't ink that. Okay, so here's our piece. First thing we're going to do is fold these in. Okay. Just like that. Okay, I'm just going to glue the bottom. One thing you want to make sure is that they do not, this fold line right here, that these do not go over that fold line. If it happens to go over this fold line, trim it off, because you do not want that over the fold line. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gluing the very bottom. Okay. Fold it over. Stick her down. Because it will cause resistance if you have that in that fold line. Okay. You do not want it in the fold line. And that one is okay. So I'm just going to apply the glue at the very bottom. Come on, glue. All right. So now this is going to fold up. So you're going to apply your glue to your 1/2 inch hinge on both sides. And right now you can purchase the March Madness for $14.99. April the 6th, it goes up to $19.99 because there is so much inside this tutorial. So I'm sorry if you're watching this after the 6th, but you can purchase the tutorial. All right. So now we need to put our paper in here. All right, so I think I'm going to use purple. And like I said, I am using the Lavender Fields. So 5 3/4. And let's go 7. All right, now we'll have to ink this. All right. Now I'm just going to glue this in. I promise you, these are really easy, quick wins and simple. Some have more cuts than other ones. Some are a little bit more intricate than others. These would make great Christmas cards. All right, there's that. Now, these pieces here, okay, and I'll show you on these. Okay, when we cut these, there is one that is a little bit longer than the other one. Okay, there is one that is just a hair longer. Okay, see, it's about 1/4 of an inch longer. So what you're going to do is just cut that off. Make them the same length. It doesn't matter if they're not quite the same, but the lengthwise, go ahead and make that the same. Okay. And what you've done is, you cut it off like this. And what I done, just flip them over. Okay. So one's going to go down here, and the other one is going to go here, about 1 inch from the top. Okay. Let me ink up this little piece. All right. So this little piece is going to kind of go down in this pocket just a little bit, like this. Okay. So here's right here. Okay. So we need to cover the. Do we want to go ahead and put these down first? Let's wait. Let's go ahead and get our pattern paper here, and I think I'm going to use. I do have. Well. All right. So my design paper, I'm going to cut it 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. And I have to pay attention. This is directional paper. So 3 1/4 Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. All right, so I'm just going to put that up there in my corner. And I think I'm just going to cut it from corner to corner. Let's try that, see if that works. Probably would have been easier to do it before we glue, before we put it down. That does work. So now I'm going to do this one the same way. Yes, that does work. All right. So now I'm just going to glue this in. Okay, glue this one in. Yeah, I think these are a lot of fun to make. There we go. All right, so now this piece can be glued in here. Okay, and you can put it however that you want. I am centering it. I'll give you a measurement. I have 1 5/8 sticking up. Okay, 1 5/8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the bottom. And then the sides. Okay. All right, so now let's put our paper. I'm thinking this, then our paper. All right, so 5 inches by 1 3/4 inches. So 5 inches, 1 3/4 inches. Yep. So we'll get some glue on it. So if you like what I do here, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a new project that I come up with. I'm always coming up with something, always. Now, I think I'm going to put the green down here. Yeah. So I'm going to go 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. So what did I say, 1 3/4? Yes. So 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. Perfect. All right. And then we'll get our little pocket added on. All right. All right, now we can glue our pocket. So just apply glue to all 3 sides. And you're just going to center it. All right. So now this little pocket, I'm going 1 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, 1 1/4 by 4 1/4. Oh, perfect. Oops, I need to ink it. All right. So now I think I want this up here. So 4 1/4 by 5. Okay. So 4 1/4 by 5. All right. So go ahead and ink that. All right, so for the inside, I'm going to do this green, and it's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. Wait a minute. Here's this piece. Oh, I could put that on the outside. It needs just 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. All right. All right, so now on the inside, I'm going to do my green. I know this one is 4 1/4. I'm going to cut my 4 1/4, and that one's 4 1/4. Sure hope you can't hear that plastic whipping around, or the wind here is terrible. And we have plastic on our windows, and man, it's making a lot of racket. All right, so that piece is going to go there. And then this piece is by 5, right? Yep. And that piece is by 5. Okay, around my corners. Then we'll make some photo mats to go in here as well. Oh, we gotta put those things down here yet. Now, if you had a big picture, I mean, you wouldn't even have to put those triangles. It's just, optional. Your project, your way. All right, get this one inked. Oh, it's too bad that little piece didn't fit here. Oh, jeez. All right, I'm going to see if I have a little scrap to go on that other piece. Ooh. I do. Now do it. No, I don't want it to go on the outside. All right, so I know it's 4 1/4. I'll get this glued. Then we'll get those triangle things. That was a little bit too small for the area, but that's all right. Okay, so this side. Oh, I do have a little piece. I'm going to use this dark. So actually, it should be 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inches by 4.25. And I'm rounding this edge. All right. Enjoy the moment. That's cute. All right. So let's get these glued in here. Okay, so about 1 inch from the top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 inch from the top. I'm just going to make it just a little tick mark. And I'm going to leave about 1/8. I want some of the purple sticking out here, just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to glue the bottom and the side. And I'm not going to be putting any paper on these. I'll probably put an embellishment. Yeah, we probably should have stuck these in there before we done that. So you have to hold up on that so you don't smear your glue. That wouldn't be good because then you're closing up some of your pocket. All right, now I'll erase my little pencil line. I didn't quite get them the same, but that's all right. Okay, I just want to make sure that I didn't get anything glued. Okay, and I didn't. Now, what do I want to put there? And the reason I don't put paper, my other one I put paper there, but it just bulks it up more. I was hoping for a long, thin, but I'm not seeing nothing. Ooh. Oh, I like that. I like that. The other side, I think I might just put some wording here. Let's get a couple of these and shine bright. Okay. So I'm going to put one. And put the other one just right below the other one. There. Very cute. So you don't have to have paper. No. It does show, but you're going to have photo mats in there. All right. I know I had some tags laying out here. There we go. There's those. Now let me get my black cardstock. All right, so the middle photo mat, I'd probably go like 4 3/4. And I'm going to go by probably 5. Let's try 5.5. Let's see what we get. Okay, so there's that one. We have this piece left over. I'm using 8.5 by 11. So this photo mat would be 3 by 4 3/4. So we could put it here. We could put one of our, and we put one tag there, one tag there. Okay, I have this piece left, so this pocket, I'm going to go 4 1/4. All right, so that one goes here. Let's see, 6 1/4, so 3 1/8. Okay, 3 1/8 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to put that one. Oops, I didn't. Let me see if I have a piece of cardstock. Yep, I do. So like down here, we could do a little bit smaller. We could do 2x3s. You can, you know, put little tags down there. Be a nice place for a gift card. See, this one I'm going to make a little bit bigger. I'm going to go 3 by 3.5. I went a little bit bigger on this one. Oops. Oh, these are supposed to be closed. This is what holds all this nice and, yeah. So that closes, then that goes in here to help keep that. And that went there. There we go. It is all done. Now, if you would send it to somebody, you know, you could decorate the back. You could put your photographs on it. Right. Write a letter. But yeah, beautiful. So tag. Then that opens up. That opens up. Got a tag there and 2 tags there. So yeah. I love it. I love it. I hope you love it as much as I do. They're fun, easy to create projects, and you have a win-win. And you know, just what are we at? 53 minutes. So yeah, pretty fun. All right, that is all I have for you. The next class will be another one file folder wonder for you. So I hope you look forward to that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss out on any of my new projects. All right. Purchase a tutorial if you'd like to have it. It's yours to keep forever once you purchase it. And make a great reference. All right. So we'll see you guys in the next class. As always, keep scrapping. Bye-bye.